Yo ho ho. Don Mafia, you already know what time it is. Another edition of the Don Mafia Report coming in hot. Ladies and gentlemen, you read the title of the video correctly, and I do sincerely believe it. I do think that the Buffalo Bills are going to have the most dynamic run game in the entire NFL in 2020. Largely based off of independent research, and it just lit an additional fire under my ass once I watched and listened to the most recent Devin Singletary interview. So I figured that we were not only going to dissect that interview, but we were going to discuss exactly why a backfield with Devin Singletary and Zach Moss is about to light up the NFL this year. Don Mafia is super excited to jump into that, but I need to give a giant announcement. Now, the majority of you most likely understand that I've been being very quiet about a special project that I have been working on the past couple of months. Well, the time for being quiet is over. Ladies and gentlemen, I partnered up with the Fantasy Football Counselor and 31 other YouTubers that cover their own respective teams. And what we are doing is we are making an exclusive online sports network that is going to rival ESPN, Fox Sports, you name it, by giving you the takes that you so rightfully deserve. If you're sick of watching ESPN and Fox Sports continuously shit on the Bills, right? From our perspective, let's say that. Fan to Fan Network is going to be the place that you are going to want to view during the 2020 NFL season. And so it's going to be a website with each and every single team has their own page where it's going to be filled with blogs, videos, podcasts, etc. And that's going to be launching on July 4th, and we're absolutely pumped about it. But the kicker is the fact that we are going to be having our own live channel via Twitch. And ladies and gentlemen, I am going to be talking about shows, debates, some interviews, some exclusive television shows like documentaries, challenges. This is going to be the sports network that people absolutely deserve. So if I have ever given you any type of value on the face of the planet, please visit the link in my description and subscribe to our Twitch channel so you will be one of the first to watch Fan to Fan Network unfold. And to make it even better, you all know that I'm doing a ticket giveaway to our home opener right against the New Jersey Jets. And y'all know that I have had several rules in entering that contest. For the first time, I believe it was just following me on Twitter. Second time, it was following me on Instagram. Well, now I am also including you subscribing to Fan to Fan Network Twitch channel. The only thing you got to do is you just need to subscribe to that Twitch channel, and then you need to screenshot it to me and send it over to me via DMs in Instagram or Twitter. Say that you've already entered the ticket giveaway contest, then you can do this again and be entered in twice. Ladies and gentlemen, you don't want to miss out on this opportunity, and it's only going to help your chances of winning those tickets to the home opener. And so if you're truly a part of the Don Mafia, then you know one of my taglines is run the damn ball. I understand that we just ended up getting a super sexy addition to our receiving core, but make no mistake, ladies and gentlemen, running the damn ball is more important than it has ever been. And finally, we have a disgusting backfield, which in my opinion is going to take the league by storm in total amounts of rushing yards. Now, the reason I made this video was I was listening to the interview from Devin Singletary. I believe West Hurst sponsored it, and he sort of went into depth of exactly how he felt about once the Buffalo Bills drafted Zach Moss. And this is just an idea of what he said. Seeing the Bills draft Zach was super exciting, to be honest. We're both from South Florida. We're both the same age. You just stayed a year longer in college. It's super exciting. And us in the backfield together, that's going to be problems for defenses, I feel like, for sure. That's the way I look at it. And then when you get somebody that's good in the backfield with you, I've been in mostly backfields where I wasn't the only back. That's going to bring the best out of you and the best out of the team. And that's what you want at the end of the day. Ladies and gentlemen, we all understand how promising Devin Singletary looked in 2019. In fact, I always like pointing this out when I talk about Devin Singletary and the Buffalo Bills run game in 2019. Now, little do you know, with Devin, he really only played 12 games because, number one, he was injured, and then number two, once you get into a new college back or sort of like a running back fresh out of college, you want to gradually intro them to what an NFL full season looks like. But besides that, this was Devin Singletary's stats in 2019, right? He rushed for a total of 775 yards. And keep in mind, that was not even an entire season. Once you end up looking at the amount of yards per game he averaged each and every single game, 64.6 yards. If Devin Singletary, based off of his trajectory in 2019, played those games that he missed and averaged the exact same, maybe even a little less, 62, 63, then he would have been well over the 1,000 yard mark. And ladies and gentlemen, by the way that you have watched this kid play, it seemed like he was just becoming a better running back each and every single game that he played. And as soon as when we get Devin to a full season, starting from the jump, being that premier back in our backfield, there's no doubt in my mind that Devin Singletary is about to hands down go for over 1,000 yards. Now, y'all heard me during the draft, right? One of the biggest things that we needed to target was a secondary running back, because you all know that the NFL is largely transitioning over to a running back by committee. And let me tell you what, we could not have picked a better running back. We could not have picked a better running back. Now, y'all know how much I hate PFF, but PFF even has this guy as the top-ranked running back out of the entire draft, and for good reason. When you look at Zach Moss is that power back. He's that bowling ball running back that is going to absolutely destroy defensive lines. In my opinion, I have a feeling that we're going to be using him largely as a third and short back and a goal line back. And as Zach Moss put it, tackling him is going to have to be a business decision. Looking what he did in college, exceptionally promising. Rushed for over 1,000 yards. 3 out of the 4 years that he was there. Well, 3 years that he was actually the premier back. And in 2019, rushed for 1,416. Now, I'm not going to sit here and tell you that we're going to see exact numbers from him in his first year in the NFL. But if you're going to tell me that you are not at least going to see slightly below 1,000 yards or right around the exact same numbers that he put into college transitioning to the NFL, you're absolutely out of your mind. Now, like I said, Zach Moss is going to be that dude that's going to be that third and short back, that's going to be that goal line back. And while I still see Devin Singletary being the guy that's going to eat up the majority of the rush yards this season and dominate the snap count, Zach Moss is most likely going to have more touchdowns than Devin Singletary this year, just based off of what the Buffalo Bills are planning on using him for. We know that it's great to have a passing game in this day and age within the NFL, but in my opinion, a solid run game is the most important thing that any football team needs. And luckily, the Buffalo Bills are in a beautiful position of marrying these two skill sets between Devin Singletary and Zach Moss. And don't be surprised if the Buffalo Bills still remain a run the damn ball type of team. Don Mafia, you know that I love hearing your feedback about these topics. Do me a favor, leave a comment. What do you think? Where are the Buffalo Bills going to rank in total rush yards this year? I really want to hear your thoughts on this. Say that you're new here. My name is Dan Mitchell. I regularly put out Buffalo Bills and NFL content. I try and play Madden, but if that is your cup of tea, then I highly recommend subscribing to the channel, smashing the out of that like button, and above all else, turning this video off, running down the street and screaming, "Let's go Buffalo."